I wanted to say, if I can get a focus here. It's a pretty cool picture. Beautiful scenery. I wanted to say that as part of all this, a long time ago I picked an arbitrary number of what I should have set aside for gasoline, you know, a fund for gasoline for the job search I knew was coming. And boy, hard to keep this camera still. Anyway, I came up with an arbitrary number. I have no idea what made me, other than past experience, what I thought would be a good number to earmark for when I became unemployed. And I picked 300 gallons. I would take 300 gallons to find my next job. That is to drive to the jobs and interviews and things like that. And that, of course, will have to be managed very conservatively. I mean, I'm not even sure at all that that would even begin to cover what it would take driving. Well, my point of that is this trip that I'm taking right now, this was I don't know if you call it this wasn't spur of the moment. This is part of a very predictable plan I came up with. That I've seen this coming from a country mile, so it's part of my preparation. Anyway, this trip, I may not be able to take another one like this. This was off the cuff, so to speak, and it was to come to New Mexico and Colorado to look for, you know, job prospects. And I financially simply may not be able to do it again. Now, that fund that I have set aside, I'm keeping it earmarked for that purpose. So if some of these applications, you know, if I get a call for a job interview, that's what that money's for, and I've set it aside. So and I priced that at $3 a gallon. Now, gasoline at the moment is not anywhere near that, but that was what when I first started setting money aside, that's what I wanted it to. That's where I wanted it to. I wanted to base it on $3. So 300 gallons, roughly $1,000. So that's another thing. You've got to have money set aside for those things, or else you're going to find yourself your last paycheck having to cover everything, and that's just a frickin' nightmare to even think about. So, and I'm not even sure that the planning I've done will do any good, but it's gave me an upper hand that I know I will have to have. So anyway, set something aside like that. I mean, this savings account is totally separate, completely different, apart from everything else. Is strictly for the gas that I know I'm going to have to burn to find another job. And so that way, and I'm not using it for anything else. So that's just a tip. I mean, I'm not giving anybody advice. I'm just telling everyone what I did. If you find some value in it, fine. If you don't, find your own road. Anyway, that's a tip for now. We'll be back with more.